I want you to know there's somebody really famous on the cover of Shot Callers this month. So if you want a copy of Jessica's cover over there at our booth, come check it out. How many people are learning a ton of stuff today? My mind is blown, right? Now, like Troy said, how many of you are going to go home and actually use it? Okay. Because there's something like a study like 90% after a conference or whatever is not used. So I'm a big guy about action guides. Every one of my books, that's one of the life-changing things for me is I started going into doing an action guide with every one of my books because you actually go through and fill it out. And instead, I buy 2 books now whenever I buy a book. I buy a paperback to rip up and fold and everything, and then I buy a hardback if I like it. So I'm going to make it quick because Jessica said I had 10 minutes, which she knows me. I don't know how that's going to be possible. But so about 12 years ago, it was a rainy day. So it's funny because this kind of reminded me of all this. And I had just got done with a couple different surgeries, and I had been off work for a while. And we had really grown as a company. So it had been a few months because I had my colon removed and all sorts of fun stuff. Not the point of the story. So I go in, and we always have Monday meetings. And I prepared for this Monday meeting. I was ready to go. We'd grown really, really big. I had new trainers. I had all sorts of new people hired, and we were growing like crazy. So I go in, and I'm ready to go, right? And I walk into the office. I'm ready to have my meeting. And sure enough, as I walk in, all pumped up, kind of like I did here, I start hearing some of my top 2 trainers, okay? And I hadn't worked with one of them, and they're talking to the new trainees. And they're like, yeah, it's storming out. I hate it when it's storming. I never go out in the field, and we're salespeople, okay? So I never go out in the field on a stormy day. No clients want to talk to you. And this is way back when. So direct mail leads, did anybody ever have direct mail where they sign something? We had direct mail leads where they would sign the card. And I never actually usually called those people because if you call somebody and say, hey, did you fill out this lead card? They'd be like, nope, we never filled it out. So if you show it to their face and it's their signature and they say nope, at least you feel better about getting turned away at the door. So we go there and I'm walking in and they're talking about this rainy day. And I'm just flabbergasted. All of my gumption is going out of me because I was so pumped up about this meeting. And here I have my top 2 trainers talking about how on snowy days and bad days, they don't go out in the field. And I just stop and I'm like, whoa. On rainy days, so I had a great mentor. And on rainy days, that was the best time to go out and knock on doors. Snowy days, it was the best time to knock on doors. I stopped him right there. I said, let me tell you this. I said, if you're going to somebody's door to talk to them about retirement planning and legacy planning, and it's a sunny day, and you knock on the door, it's pretty easy for them to turn you away, right? But on a rainy day, you're going there, and you're freezing. You got rain pouring on you. You probably don't have an umbrella, and you're knocking on this door. They're going to let you in. So I saw that as the best days to work, and my mentor always told me it's the best days to work. So why do I tell you this? I tell you this because right now, we're in a different time with lockdown and COVID and everything and the pandemic. People have 2 different perspectives. And a lot of people have decided with their business that they're going to retract, right? And they were going to subtract, and they were just going to wait it out and hope that everything just went away. And it didn't really happen. So my perspective was, my foundational business is a brick and mortar business. It's a financial services business. So when COVID hit, I decided, okay, my mindset is no matter what, we need to grow and we need to expand. We're not going to take the mindset of retracting. We're going to have to grow. We're going to have to expand. So that's what we decided to do. Now, obviously, things changed, and we had to market differently. We had to meet with the clients differently, but that's what we were going to do. So that's what I suggest when I coach my clients. Right now, you have to find different ways to have multiple streams of income. So how do you do that, right? You have to have mentors. You have to have a good team. So I want to give my team props over there. Alexa, Kathy, and Spencer. They help me do all sorts of stuff with my crazy mind. They are definitely my foundation, so I give them a lot of credit. But you want to think about how can we do not just deep, but also wide. We've talked about that a little bit today. So we actually, from 2019 to 2020, we actually increased our business 59%. And one of the things that we decided to do, thank you. What we decided to do is I said, well, I have an accounting firm, I have a retirement and legacy business and life insurance, and we do all that, and how about we add loans to it? So I opened up Postema Capital Lending because interest rates were so good that everybody was going to start refinancing. So we did that, and we expanded that branch. Well, then I started going into our magazines. I've been coaching for quite a few years now, and we started getting into the magazines and motivational, different things that we were doing, and with that, our referrals started to pick up, and we were really starting to make an impact. And as I started to get interviewed and interviewing other people, the referrals kept coming. So we thought, okay, well, how can we scale this up even more? How can we help more people? And so we started looking at the statistics. And since lockdown, the average adult watches television 6.5 hours a day, okay? And an hour and 11 minutes of that, on top of it, is streaming. So a lot of time in front of the television. The other thing is 71% viewership is up from 2019 till 2020 of streaming services. So I thought, how can we utilize this for a platform of good? So we had the magazine, things were blowing up there. We've been in business with that for about 2 years. So I decided, let's go ahead and let's start a television network. So we started a television network for To Inspire for health, fitness, and nutrition. And we started one for motivation and success to help self-improvement for your life, your business, and our world. So we've been putting that together now for the last probably 5 or 6 months, and we are just getting ready to launch it publicly this Monday. So if you're interested, I would love to find out to see if you qualify for your own television show. We're going to offer that to the public for absolutely free. If you had it my way, it would already be on every smart TV, but my team wants to shoot me every time I say that. But hopefully that'll happen in the very near future. So, like I said, I have 10 minutes. I just want you to really think about if you qualify to be on a television show, to have your own television show. If you're doing a podcast, I've talked to a bunch of different people who have, well, I just don't have the bandwidth. If you're already doing a podcast, take your phone and video your podcasts. Reuse that content. Or if you're not doing a podcast, could you take a half an hour every week and get up early and video your show? We're going to have about 5 million viewers up front pretty quickly. And what's happening is with our referral basis, just by being authentic and helping people, we've been able to get in touch with some extremely huge names. So our viewership is going to be amazing. I won't take up any more of your time, but I just wanted to let you know and leave with this. Imagine what you could achieve if you accomplished all you were capable of. Thank you.